Hi everybody, welcome to another episode. No, not another episode. Welcome to another Elle in the Moon tutorial where I'm going to be showing you how to make my macrame boho vest. So we're doing something different, not a dress or a top, macrame top, but along the similar lines, but we're going to seam it together, okay? You're going to need Bernat Maker Home Deck yarn. It's a bulky weight 5. I have it in cream. I think I only need 1 skein, but it may be a skein and a half. I'm not sure. I can't remember. You can also use, what is it? From Joann's fabric, which is sold out. It's called Big Twist textile yarn. It'll make it a bit chunkier. You won't need as many strands. It is more of a 6. It says 5 bulky weight, but it really is larger in diameter than the Bernat. So you need to think about making this in like 3 parts. Well, actually 4, because I'm modifying it from the photo you've seen or video. But you'll need T-pins. Always use those. A dress form, the Bernat, and you'll just need your fingers, and you could also use a crochet hook or a darning needle at the end. Depends on how you want to do the seaming the sides together. So this will be part 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? All right, so the way that I measured this cord right here that's going to go around is, it's about, so I put it on myself and I measured it to where it comes to where my mid calves are. So that's what you're going to want to do. So I'm not doing any real tape measurements right now for this part. So put it on your body and put it around your neck, nape, and bring it down to where your mid calf would be, around there. Real scientific, I know. Braid it first. So let me take one of these away actually. I was originally gonna macrame this part of it, but I want it to be thinner. So I'm gonna just do a 3-strand braid starting from the bottom. So take it off and tie a knot at the bottom. Take a T-pin, which this thing comes off, which is annoying, and do a 3-strand braid, which I'm not gonna show folks how to do that. You can just watch. There's a bajillion tutorials on braiding, and I usually assume that most people know how to braid, but if you don't, it's just easy. You just get 3 and keep bringing to the middle, alternating. Left, alternate to the middle. Right, alternate to the middle. So on and so forth. I'm gonna finish this. Still braiding. I think this is gonna take me like 3 minutes to braid this. Okay, all right, folks, I am back and I've done quite a bit of the braiding, but okay, so you don't need these. I was wrong. You probably won't even see that part of the video because I'll have edited it out. What you do is you tie this in the front, like not even a knot. And then you start by adding the lark's headed pieces onto the front. You don't even have to do the side seaming. I couldn't remember how I did this, and then it came to me as I was working it out, and I should have known that, but I was trying to be prepared in advance, but I just don't remember. I didn't remember how I did this because I haven't made this in a couple years. I sold out of it, this item, and I didn't feel like making any more of them. I mean, that's why I'm here making videos, because I get tired of making the same things over and over again, and I don't have another person who knows how to do this around that can help me make items, which has really impacted my business, obviously, but sometimes the universe takes you in other places. When one door closes, another one opens. I'm just going to be adding these on, and you're going to see how it works out up top here. 14 on each. 14 times 2, so 28 strands. We're going to start in the back. We are going to start knotting. Now, let me show you all the rope. It is very long. I should tell you how much the length of this is total. So let me see. Let's start knotting. So the first row is going to be right up against this from which it's hanging. So you're going to have, let's see, I'll tell you in a second. I think we said there was 18. You're going to have 18 square knots for the first row. And the second row will be 17. And I believe the next row will be 18 as well, but we shall see. We're stepping on the cord. Some people bundle the cords up into little mini packages. I don't really like that. I feel it didn't really work for me the couple of times I tried to bundle it up so that I wouldn't have to pull as far. They would get caught. It just took me longer, but it may work better for you. I don't like bundling them up into little packages, but I understand why folks do for large, long pieces. So I'm going to keep doing this and meet you at the end of the row. I'm going to do 18 for this row. Correction, there is 13 square knots, okay? So there must be 26 cords back here. All right, so next, it doesn't really matter regardless. You can just make it to cover where you need it to cover. Next row, we're gonna skip these two here and skip the two on the end, so it'll look like so. You've seen this type pattern before. Many macrame items do this, where you skip the first two. Or miss, however you want to say it, skip or miss. I say skip. Okay, so do that one. And they're right up against the ones above. Okay, so one thing that I realized when I started to knot this, remember I haven't made this in years and I never wrote down the pattern or how I made it. I just rely on photos sometimes, which is part of why I'm archiving a lot of this stuff in my these YouTube tutorials. Sorry about my nails. I didn't feel like redoing them again after I did them Friday. It's only 2 days later. But you're not gonna double hitch, you're only gonna single hitch, okay? Otherwise, if you double hitch, it'll get too bunched and it'll look a complete mess. We need for this line along here to look neat, and it won't look neat if we double hitch it. I don't know why, maybe because there's so many different, pieces of tarn, or not t-shirt yarn, it's actually yarn, but you're just gonna go across and do single. So it'll be quicker than doing the double, which is a relief because we have a lot of knots to do in this piece. So I'm gonna pop out. Yeah, I finished that row. It took me like 3 minutes to do that, just in case you're wondering how long it takes you to do each process. So made a little tie in the middle of the two from the outer. And then you're gonna start doing the hitches again. But you're gonna curve them as you go along. So just watch as I do this. You're one single hitch. One single loop around, under, over, under, over. And what makes it easy, remember, is to point your finger through. I know I've said that over and over again, but if you're new to my videos, which I'm not sure why it's not the best idea to start at this one, I suppose. I don't know, maybe they're all equally difficult or easy or intermediary. So as I go down, I'm getting just a little, making like a little smile, making it rounded on the bottom for the crescent half moon. So I'm gonna do this all the way across and making sure when I get to the middle, I'm gonna do a single double hitch, just so this kind of blends in the middle, okay? I need to show you how to do that, so let me keep going. I'll speed this part up in the video, it will break. I'm still trying to make sure they look even and neat and flat. This one, for some reason, is not flattening out the greatest. There we go. So there's 26 pieces, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Hold on, there's not 16. There's like the middle mark, so you need to blend this in. So I'm gonna do a double in the middle. Also, it'll make it more structurally sound. So one double. Don't pull too tight, make sure it blends in with the singles. Can't believe I'm up this early today, but I am glad that I am. Okay, there's that. And heck, let's do another one. It'll blend right in, you won't even notice it. We're not gonna do it right there, we're gonna do it a little bit over because it's not the exact middle. Now you can cut all the middleman and not do this little feature in the middle. I don't even know that it's necessary, but I am trying to show you all how I did the one that you see in the picture. So I don't know that all this is necessary. You could just keep square knotting down, but those take forever. All right.
Okay, now let's do another double hitch. Okay. See, that's why the people have the little, like, bundled, packeted up at the bottom, because it took me forever to pull that through. But like I said, I find that when I did that, it's a large piece, a large scale piece that I shipped to Los Angeles for this art gallery. They would get caught when I pulled through, and then pull on the knots and make it look terrible. So I've done a double. I'll make sure this gets cleaned up so it blends in seamlessly, and then I'm just going to go back to singles all the way, just going to curve up, okay? I'm not going to video all that. I'll just need you at the end because it takes up memory, and then it makes the uploads for you all to see videos might take longer on my service. You know?
Right here. And then, so at the end, you are going to need to do a double, okay? I just want to make sure I got this right. So you're gonna have to do a double at the end. So instead of a single hitch. And then next we're gonna neat them all up, okay? So here's my double. Now you can see that there's a little bit of a loop because I crossed them in the middle. I'm just gonna cozy all these little fellers, little pieces of rope. I am going to run a piece of washi tape right under the shoulder because I want the next row of knots to go straight across here. And so this one's going to start down here and then they're going to be closer as you go along. So I want them all to run along here. So I'm going to put a piece of washi tape on the other side as well. You can use a T-pin, that would work as well, like to mark where you want to be working. But I'm going to use the washi tape. It's easier, more visual for me. Well, it's not easier, but so let me make sure that I got it. Sorry if I'm crossing in front of the camera. Make sure I get my line. Fix that one. Okay, that's not even anywhere near the other one. Okay, right under here. Okay, and then you're also going to need to have a note card or some way to mark how much distance. And I'm going to measure like 1 inch down and like a ½ inch actually. So, because the knots are going to be a ½ inch from each other. So, you'll see how this works. So measure ½ inch approximately. And you're going to get started on the first row of square knots from below here. So take 4, make a square knot right where this washi tape is, the Love You washi tape. Okay. This is just the way the design is. You can choose to do it a different way. So there's the first one. Make it nice and neat. And then we're going to go all the way across, staying uniform. I'm going to tell you in a moment how many rows of this, okay? This is where I need to be sitting down, so I'm standing up right now. I'm probably going to have to get a chair to sit and do this. All right. All the way across, make to meet over there in the same line. You're gonna do the square knots, and then I'll do the last square knot and I do recommend the washi tape. I recommended it in another video, and then I forgot when I started filming the beginning of this video because remember, I forget the patterns that I make, but we will no longer have that problem after today. Clean that up. Okay, so they're all pretty maids all in a row, so to speak, and then we're gonna go skip 2. Okay, or miss the first 2, and then we're gonna take this, go down ½ inch all the way across. Look how that lines up, and well, that one needs to come down a little. Okay, and we're gonna make another row of square knots a ½ inch down or an inch down. It's up to you. Actually, I think I'm gonna make it an inch. Hold on a second. Let's see. I am not good at drawing, so I'm just gonna go across, take these 4 down. Another way that you could do this is, which I may actually do, is take washi tape and put it at half inch or inch marks along the side. But so we got the first one made, and we're just going to follow the first one across. So you're taking 2 and 2 from the previous square knots, 2 from the left and 2 from the right. Zoom in case so you can see better. So you see that 2 and 2. Sixteen rows of these, okay? And then an inch apart, and then you're gonna miss 2 every other row. So the next row start over here, you won't miss any, and then the next row you'll miss 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end for the pattern. And then you're gonna see how it ends up looking like the photo in the video. Right along, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows so far. I got 8 more, halfway mark. The one thing you're going to want to do right now is start to see the shaping of it. So you're going to pull out to the side and pin the 2 most outer ones. You scoot back. So pin right here. And then you are going to take another pin, which you have handy up top, and you are going to pull out there, and you're going to pin on the other side, okay? So you're seeing how beautifully textured it looks. You can kind of see what the final format's gonna be. So I'm just gonna continue on. Even though I've pinned, I am still gonna do. So my next row is another knot. Start at the very beginning, the 1, 2, 3, 4, as opposed to skip 2. All right, row 9 is done. So I'm gonna just continue the pattern on till row 16, which should end up kind of like down here near the bottom of the dress form at the bottom, booty, whatever you call it. In the original photo, the original ones that I've made, I just took this piece and ran it to the front, and it came around and tied on both sides from here. So it gives it an armhole, and then I crocheted a little bit at the top here at the this part, shoulder, or left it, you know, just a little braided tiny string. But I think a better way to do this is for me to take a piece, cut it. I guess it's about, let's see, 24 to 36 inches. I'm going to affix it here. okay? And so this is gonna run all the way to the front. There we go, like so. And then I'm gonna cut another piece, 24 to 36 inches, up to you. Lark's head it onto the side pieces, 2 pieces, 1 and 2. So I did the first 2 and the last 2, like so, and it will go to the front like that, okay? So let me show you. I'm probably going to do a spiral knot, okay? So let me show you how it ties in the front. I'm gonna spiral knot this, but right now I'm gonna finish the knots in the back. So there we go. Now I'm going to continue on, so I'm going to miss the first 2 and go to this, the others. All right, welcome back to learning how to make this festival vest, which is going to turn into even more than that. After we make the vest, we're going to add on and make it into a sweater. I don't know, can you call it a sweater if it's not like, well, I guess you can still call it a sweater. It's not wool. Remember, this is acrylic and cotton yarn from Bernat. So in the original photo, there was 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, let me see. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Let me look. All right, in the original one, there was only 4. It was for a small size person. I am not small. I am large, extra large, especially at the top. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to make 6 square knots at the top. Let me tie this a little more. You are going to make 2 more square knots. So 6 square knots at the top. And the pattern is 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5 out to down to the bottom. Just like in the back, you're gonna go meet to the same part that you did in the back. So let's get this started. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the pattern on both sides, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, all the way till we get to the waist level. Let me zoom out. All right, in working this pattern, you need to go an inch down as you're working, okay? So the first one is up against the collar, and then you're gonna go an inch down. So now I need to get my washi tape out and mark off another. If you are a small medium person, you would need to do 4 at the top, and then 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3 to the waist. And it's a high waist. It's not a mid waist or low rise waist. So the next one's gonna go right here, an inch down. Oh, that's crooked. And so that's gonna be the pattern on both sides. All right, so I've gotten quite a bit of work done. Everything is like an inch apart. As you see, easy going, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. So missed the first 2 and missed the second 2, just like in the previous part. Now, one thing that I've realized as I'm redoing this, figuring out the pattern for this, is that when you're doing the bust area, which I'm gonna add some padding because I'm more busty than this, you're going to have to take it down a little bit more. So it's not gonna be straight across because you have to do some easement for the, add ease for the bust area. So it'll be like an inch and a fourth on the ends. If you're more of an A or B cup, you don't have to do all of that though.